Hello YouTube, it's DJ's Old Gauge Trains, and I thought it would be really cool to do kind of like a timeline of all the IRT model subways in my collection. So I'm going to start out with the oldest, which is this low V set here. And this is before they started numbering the lines, so it's signed up as a Broadway 7th Avenue local, and it's only running a part of the line. It stops at 137th Street and Broadway, rather than going all the way up to 242nd Street, Van Cortlandt Park, like today's number 1 train. This one stopped at 137th Street. So it's cool. It's an off-hour local train, and the off-hour trains back then were typically shorter. So this is a 5-car train. So there you go. It's a prototypical length 5-car train, and the detail on this is awesome. So for a Rail King model, this is really cool. It's almost scale. These Rail King subways are a bit larger than scale, but it still looks awesome. And I put the shorty couplers on it to get it closer together. So it's a really neat looking set. I need to paint the interior and add figures and maybe a little bit of weathering on the outside, which eventually I'll get to. But in the meantime, let's just watch it go.
Auto mode. This stop, 116th Street, Columbia University. This is a Broadway local making all local stops. The next stop will be 96th Street. This stop, 96th Street. Attention passengers. We are experiencing a slight delay. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your cooperation. This is a Broadway local making all local stops. Next stop, 14th Street. This stop, 14th Street. Change here for the express and cross the platform.
So the next IRT, or Interborough Rapid Transit subway in my collection, is this set of R17s here, signed up as a number 6 local train. So this is a 1960s time period, and as you can see, in the 1960s, the color scheme started to get mismatched. So I have this add-on set of R26s here. Rather than the add-on set of the R17s, I went with the 26s because they're a different color. Both color schemes are from the same era. Hold on. There we go. And both these models are signed up for a number 6 local train. So I thought it would be really cool to get 2 color schemes on 1 train route. So this is awesome. It is prototypical and it looks really cool. And once again, it's not weathered and the interior isn't done, but I'll get to that eventually. So here you go. Here's the number 6 local train.
Auto mode. Right check the tire for the number 6 Lexington Avenue local. Please stand clear of the opposing door. 177th Street, Parkchester. Next stop, 177th Street, Parkchester. Hey, buddy. Next stop, Woodblock Avenue. Next stop,
Okay, so now we come to the MTA era, the silver and blue era, and this is the paint scheme that started to appear on the trains when the three divisions of the New York City subway became one system, which is the MTA. So the three divisions were the IRT, or Interborough Rapid Transit, the BMT lines, and then the independent lines. So the BMT lines ran in Brooklyn and also under Broadway and Manhattan, and the independent lines ran pretty much everywhere in all the boroughs except Staten Island. And the independent lines are today's A through G trains plus the H train and the Rockaways. So but all of that merged into one system, and then this is the paint scheme that was selected. However, shortly after the trains started to appear in this silver and blue scheme, graffiti started to appear on the trains, and eventually the MTA ended up having to launch an all-out war on graffiti because it was out of control and it was basically unstoppable, and it was making rioters uneasy, and it was also becoming unsafe with gang activity and stuff like that. So the MTA's first solution was to start repainting the subway cars in this white paint scheme that you see here. And this was very unsuccessful because as sharp as this looks new, this was basically handing the graffiti taggers a blank canvas and saying, go, have as much fun as you want to have, make our trains worse. And that's exactly what they did. So you went from this to this, which is just totally run down and disgusting and illogical as far as the graffiti goes. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and it's just a very dirty, disgusting train, and ridership really went down at this point in time. And eventually what ended up happening is a lot of these older cars were scrapped and retired or sold, and newer stainless steel R62s replaced a lot of this equipment. And then the remaining cars, the R26s and higher, were repainted in the Redbird paint scheme with the silver roof, which you'll see in a little bit. So that's a little bit of history on the MTA era, and now I'm going to let you see these silver and blue trains run, and then also the Redbirds. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of the train action in this video. Take care.
Manchester Avenue. Next stop, Freeman Street. Stop will be 149th Street, Grand Concourse. This is 149th Street, Grand Concourse. Those passengers wishing Lexington Avenue service may transfer here to the downtown number 4 train on the upper level. Please take your newspapers and personal belongings with you when you leave the train. next stop will be 116th Street, Lenox Avenue. This is 116th Street, Lenox Avenue. Next stop, 66th Street, Lincoln Ave. Block the doors. Number 1 Broadway local. Hold your position. Next stop, Pelham Parkway. The doors will now be closing. The next stop will be East Tremont Avenue. East Tremont Avenue.